Welcome to the 14th episode of Coffee for Two, which is titled Laws. In this episode, we're going to discuss about the weirdest laws to exist around the world. Laws that are not common to most people, but normal in countries which they exist in. Around the world, laws are made or put in place to mostly maintain order. They also ensure safety for people and sometimes maintain social norms. However, some laws may seem strange or bizarre. But what is meant by strange? Or in what shape they are strange and to who? Strange in a way that they are not usually common around the world. These laws are almost never established by other countries, hence making them strange or bizarre. But to who though? To mostly outsiders. These weird laws usually combine unique cultural traditions, misconceptions, beliefs, or even tradition or historical acts that stayed up to this day. Therefore, now that we know where these laws usually come from, let's see some of them. The first law is in Sweden. Homeowners are required to obtain a permit from the government before they can paint the exterior of their house. It was said that this law originated or dates back to the 18th century and was initially intended to maintain a decorative harmony throughout the neighborhood. While this law may seem excessive to outsiders, it reflects Sweden's emphasis on shared responsibility and respect for public spaces. Second law, Italy. In an Italian city of Pordenone, it is illegal to frown at funerals. This unusual law was put in practice in 2008 as part of an effort to maintain etiquette and respect during funerals. Third law, Singapore. Some say that Singapore is known for its strict laws and regulations. Hence, one law that people deem too strict is no chewing gum. It started in 1992 when the Singaporean government prohibited the sale of chewing gum. This was done for the sole purpose of trying to keep the public spaces clean and prevent vandalism caused by people sticking chewing gums under seats, walls, or any public spaces. While this law may seem bizarre to some, it helped create and give Singapore the title of one of the cleanest countries in the world. Fourth law, it is illegal to flush the toilet after 10 p.m. in apartment buildings. This law is known as the Silent Night Decree. It is intended to prevent noise disturbance within the apartments, the residents to sleep peacefully. The fifth law, there are regulations known as metabo laws in Japan that require individuals to maintain a waistline within the measurements that are set. Employees are required to measure other employees' waistline and encourage them to go healthy if they exceed the set measurements. While the law is intended to combat obesity, it is disapproved the most due to its promoting body shaming and discrimination in a way that sets negative outcome rather than positive. The sixth law is in United States, Alabama specifically, it is illegal to sell hollowed out watermelons. You're wondering, who would sell a hollowed out watermelon? This was actually a common thing that happened where people would buy fruits, mostly watermelons, that had less fruits inside than intended, hence making the law take place. The seventh law is in Canada, the two cities of Toronto and Ontario. It is illegal to publicly remove a bandage. This law is part of the City Health Code. It is intended to prevent the spread of infectious disease and maintain public hygiene. While the law may seem too odd, it highlights the importance of personal hygiene and sanitation in public spaces. Law number 8 is in Thailand. It is illegal to step on currency as it is deemed disrespectful to the monarchy. The currency features the image of the king, hence stepping on it may be seen as a disrespect to the royal family. This law isn't as unusual due to the fact it is an unspoken rule throughout the world that everyone follows regardless. Law number 9 is in South Korea. Minors aren't allowed to play online games after midnight till 6 a.m. This law goes to the internet cafes that are spread throughout South Korea. While the law may seem sturdy, it reflects South Korea's efforts to promote responsible gaming and limited screen time. The 10th law is in Germany. It is illegal to run out of petrol in the highway. But wait, what do you mean illegal to run out of petrol in the highway road? Isn't this something that is automatically thought about by everyone and followed? Yes, but people tend to think that they have enough petrol before heading into the highway due to potential traffic, no near petrol stations, and many other reasons, and also due to the fact that it is difficult to reach and help the car in the highway road. Law number 11 is in Greece. When visiting an ancient site, it is illegal for women to wear high heels. From what I read is that the law aims to protect the ancient stones that are damaged due to the pressure exerted by high heels. Law number 12 is in Iran. It is illegal for men to style their hair with Western styles, such as mullets or spikes. The government listed unapproved hairstyles that follows the Islamic guidelines and cultural traditions. Barbers who violate this law may face fines or even closure of the shops. Law 13 is in UAE. It is illegal to dance in public spaces other than designated ones. This law also follows the Islamic principles of public displays. Violation to this law may lead to the person to get fined or even imprisonment depending on how severe the offense is. Law number 14 is in Russia. It is illegal to drive dirty cars. Drivers who fail to keep their cars clean may be fined for violating road safety regulations. While the law may seem unusual, it reflects Russia's effort to promote cleanliness throughout the country. Now let's go to our next section, where we talk about people who broke the law in a bizarre way. In 2019, a man named Patrick Michael Quinn in Florida tried to break into a Chinese restaurant through the roof. Unfortunately for him, he got stuck in the vent and had to call 911 for help. Firefighters rescued him and he was promptly arrested. In 2016, a woman named Lorraine Graves in Oklahoma was wanted for murder. Despite knowing she was on the run, she commented on a police department's Facebook post about her own most wanted listing, asking about the reward money. This led to her immediate arrest. In 2009, two men in Iowa tried to disguise themselves for a robbery by drawing masks on their faces with permanent markers. Unsurprisingly, they were easily recognized and caught by the police shortly after the failed attempt. In 2021, a burglar named Robert Berger in Louisiana broke into a house, and while inside, he decided to relax and take a nap. He was woken up by the homeowner, who called the police. To make the matters worse for Robert, he had looked directly into the doorbell camera before entering, providing clear footage to identify him. In 2010, a man named John Doyle attempted to rob a bank in New York. He handed the teller a note demanding money, but failed to notice that he had written the note on the back of a receipt, which included his name and address. Police arrested him at his home later that day. In 2013, a burglar in California broke into a home and stole several items, including electronics. As he was leaving, he realized that he left his own laptop at the scene. The homeowner found the laptop and provided it to the police, who used it to track down and arrest the burglar. In 2014, two men in Kentucky decided to ship a box of marijuana to themselves. They accidentally put the wrong address on the package, which ended up being delivered to the local police department. The officers conducted a controlled delivery, and the men were arrested when they showed up to claim the packages. In 2019, a woman in Australia named Lisa Suzanne tried to fake her own death to avoid a court date. She sent her ex-partner photos of herself covered in ketchup to simulate blood, hoping he would believe she was dead and pass the information quickly to authorities. Her plan was quickly uncovered and she was arrested for her original charges and the failed deception. In 2016, a man named Jonathan Parker broke into a house in West Virginia and stole two diamond rings. During the burglary, he used the homeowner's computer to check his Facebook page. He forgot to log out, and the police easily tracked him down using the information on his account. In 2017, a drug dealer named Matthew Callahan in Florida accidentally dialed 911 while sitting in the car discussing drug deals. The dispatcher listened in as he talked about selling drugs, and the police were able to use the call to locate and arrest him. In 2017, a man named Levi Charles in Montana saw his own most wanted poster on a Crime Stoppers Facebook page. Instead of laying low, he decided to like the post. The police used this Facebook activity to track him down and arrest him. This is the end of the part where criminals got caught in the dumbest ways. I think this is a lesson to everyone to not break the law. At the end, you'd get caught eventually. And we've reached the end of our episode, and I hope you enjoyed. And if you wish, you may recommend episodes you'd like me to talk about next. Till next time, thank you.